Imagine stumbling upon a forgotten piece of history that not only reshapes your career but also uncovers hidden stories of bravery and sacrifice, stories that challenge our understanding of war's true cost. This is the powerful tale of a World War I painting from Cardiff that ignited a lifelong passion in one nurse. But here's where it gets intriguing. What if this artwork, tucked away in a hospital ward, held secrets that could inspire generations? Let's dive in and explore how one simple suggestion changed everything. Back in 1974, trainee nurse Pam Enani was navigating a particularly tough shift on the orthopedic ward of Cardiff Royal Infirmary. She was overwhelmed, dealing with the unpleasant task of emptying bedpans and even facing unjust reprimands from her strict matron for mistakes she hadn't made. Yet, that day turned out to be a pivotal moment, all thanks to a gentle nudge from one of her elderly patients. Mary Jones, a woman in her 90s, inquired if Pam was heading for her break. If so, she suggested, could you please visit the Mametz Wood ward downstairs and take a look at the painting hanging there? Pam followed the advice, and what she encountered was a striking scene of a wounded soldier receiving care. This wasn't just any artwork, it sparked a deep, enduring interest in the artist, Margaret Lindsey Williams, who hailed from Barry. It also planted the seed for a future quest to trace the painting's fate after the Cardiff Royal Infirmary shut its doors in 1999. Picture this, over the years, countless patients and visitors passed by this grand, floor-to-ceiling mural titled The Care of Wounded Soldiers. But for Pam, its significance became intensely personal when she realized she was caring for one of the very individuals portrayed in it. Returning to her duties, Pam did a double-take. "Is that you in the painting, Mary?" she asked incredulously. Mary confirmed it, sharing vivid tales of the ward's grim reality back then, reeking of decaying wounds treated with maggots, and bluntly advising Pam not to let her matron bully her, unlike Mary herself would have tolerated in her youth. "Well, that was me getting a wake-up call," Pam reflected, highlighting how that encounter empowered her to stand up more confidently in her role. Created by Margaret Lindsey Williams, this expansive painting was first revealed in 1924 and adorned the ward named after the infamous World War I Battle of Mametz Wood, where over 4,000 Welsh soldiers lost their lives and about 10,000 more were wounded. It captured the harsh yet compassionate side of wartime nursing. Later, the artwork found a new home in the main entrance hall of the Cardiff Royal Infirmary, serving as a silent reminder of those sacrifices. Pam's nursing journey led her far beyond Cardiff. She worked in Canada, Saudi Arabia, and spent over 3 decades in the intensive care unit at the University Hospital of Wales. Though the painting and Mary's words stayed with her throughout, they weren't on her mind daily until 2016, when a TV documentary commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Mametz Wood battle aired. There it was, prominently displayed on the wall of Robertson Hall at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst. "I had to find out how it ended up there," Pam said, curious about its unexpected relocation. Her investigation uncovered a rollercoaster story. When the Cardiff Royal Infirmary closed in 1999, the painting was carelessly removed from its frame, rolled up, and stored in a damp, unused chapel on the premises. It might have been lost forever if not for a chance discovery by former nurse Mary Reed, who was visiting the site one final time before its planned demolition in 2005. Reed's find triggered an urgent legal action, an injunction that halted the building's destruction, citing an original agreement that the land must remain dedicated to healthcare services for Cardiff's residents. From there, the painting was temporarily lent to Sandhurst, where they secured £70,000 for its professional restoration. But without Pam's thorough digging into government records, NHS files, and old newspaper articles, Sandhurst staff knew little about the piece's rich background. When it arrived, it was in such disrepair that it was barely recognizable, Pam explained. No surprise it needed extensive work, and that it was undervalued at first. She connected with their curator, who filled her in on the artwork's journey but was eager for more details about the people it depicted. Pam's research revealed that the painting was commissioned by Sir William James Thomas, a wealthy coal and railway tycoon, who appears in the scene standing beside the matron at the bed's end. Having inherited assets like the Great Western Railway and Unisha Standard Mines, Sir William liquidated his fortune to invest in Cardiff's healthcare, founding Wales' first medical school, a generous act that brought modern medical education to the region and improved local access to care. The other figures in the artwork include Matron Montgomery Wilson, who had gained experience in a Boer War field hospital, Sister Mary Jones, the very patient Pam cared for in 1974, Private B.J. Davies, a Welsh soldier evacuated from the brutal Western Front, and Senior Surgeon Lieutenant Colonel Philip Rees-Griffiths, whose expertise saved lives under fire. Margaret Lindsey Williams, 1888–1960, is best remembered for her portraiture, which might explain why this group scene faded from public memory. Born and raised in Barry, in the Vale of Glamorgan, she honed her skills at Cardiff Technical College, earning a gold medal for her talent. She advanced her training at London's Pelham School of Art and the prestigious Royal Academy of Arts, where she studied under the famous portraitist John Singer Sargent in 1906. Williams was known for her lively social life, throwing wild, entertaining parties at her St. John's Wood home in the early 20th century, mingling with artists and elite circles. She rose to fame as a portrait painter by royal appointment, capturing Queen Elizabeth II 5 times, Princess Anne, and even a young King Charles, who reportedly arrived for his session in overalls, brushes in hand, inspired by Williams to pursue art himself. Her travels took her to America, where she painted innovative car magnate Henry Ford and President Warren Harding in the Oval Office. Among her more unconventional works is The Devil's Daughter, rumored to have influenced early albums by the rock band Black Sabbath, while she also immortalized Welsh musician Ivor Novello in a more refined style. Williams passed away on June 4, 1960, just before her 72nd birthday, and is interred at Merthyr Dyffryn Cemetery in Barry. Tragically, her grave only recently received a proper headstone, underscoring how much of her legacy, beyond her royal commissions, has been overlooked. And this is the part most people miss: the painting's core message about war's senseless waste seems to have been forgotten too. Pam laments, "It's heartbreaking that her work, highlighting the pointlessness of conflict, has been largely ignored, just like the human stories behind it." But here's where it gets controversial: was the painting's neglect a sign of society moving on from war's horrors, or does it reveal a deeper failure to honor the lessons of history? Some might argue that prioritizing flashy royal portraits over anti-war themes shows how art can be co-opted by power, sidelining uncomfortable truths. What do you think? Should we re-evaluate forgotten artworks like this to remind ourselves of past sacrifices, or is it better to let bygones be bygones? Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree that such pieces deserve revival, or disagree and see them as relics of a bygone era? Your opinions could spark a fascinating debate.